This is Richmond, Missouri, an ordinary-looking American town, outside of which is an equally ordinary-looking monument. But back of this granite shaft lies a story that holds great significance for every person on this earth. This monument was raised in honor of three men who claim to be eyewitnesses to one of the most controversial events in modern history. This is their story as they told it. The year is 1881.
Morning, Mr. Whitmer.
Oh, morning, George. Anything for me today worth delivering?
Don't know about that, David. I just deliver. Don't have time to read them. I want to congratulate you, Mr. Whitmer.
Congratulate for getting 3 letters in one day?
No, for finally coming to your senses about that Golden Bible story.
What do you mean?
Don't take me wrong now. We've always liked you. The whole town likes you. But it has made you look just a little peculiar to hang to that story about the angel. Glad we don't have to wonder about that now.
How do you mean now? What is it you're driving at?
Well, the whole town will know pretty soon how you came out and told John Murphy over in Polo that there weren't any golden plates with writings on them. That it was all a story.
Murphy said I told him that?
He did. I talked to him myself.
But I never said that.
Well, that's the story that's going around. And my advice is just to let it be.
George, this story I can't let be.
Suit yourself. Morning to you, David. Come on, Rosie.
Well, David, how are you?
Not well, Alexander. I need your help.
Oh, what's the matter? Someone stole one of your horses?
Worse, somebody's trying to steal my good name.
Your good name? That would be pretty hard to do.
I want 20 signatures on this affidavit. Will you be the first to sign?
We, the undersigned citizens of Richmond, Ray County, Missouri, where David Whitmer, Sr. has resided since the year AD 1838, certify that we have been long and intimately acquainted with him and know him to be a man of the highest integrity and of undoubted truth and veracity.
Will you sign it?
I don't understand it, David. Who would question your integrity? And you, a former mayor of this town.
Never mind. Would you be willing to testify that I am an honest man?
Of course, David. There's no doubt in my mind concerning your honesty.
Thank you. It's important, Alexander. My eternal peace rests on it. This affidavit will appear in the Richmond Conservator next week, along with this statement by me. And to all nations, kindreds, tongues, and people, it having been represented by one John Murphy of Polo, Caldwell County, Missouri, that I, in a conversation with him last summer, denied my testimony as one of the 3 witnesses of the Book of Mormon. To the end, therefore, that he may understand me now, if he did not then, and that the world may know the truth, I wish now, standing as it were in the very sunset of life and in the fear of God, once and for all, to make this public statement, that I never have at any time denied that testimony or any part thereof, which has so long since been published with that book as one of the 3 witnesses. I do again affirm the truth of all my statements as then made and published. He that hath an ear to hear, let him hear. It was no delusion. What is written, and he that readeth, let him understand.
I don't understand you Mormons. It was the same way with Joseph. I couldn't get near him without starting to believe the things he said.
That's not hard to explain, Alexander. The things he said were true.
Well, I defended him in the courtroom time and time again. He never gave me reason not to believe him. Once, as a general, I refused to obey an illegal order to execute him. Joseph Smith, an amazing man.
He was more than that. Joseph Smith was a prophet of God. And the book he translated is the Word of God, just as surely as the Bible is.
Now that all this time has passed, David, now that Joseph Smith's been dead for nearly 40 years, do you really feel as strongly as you once did about Joseph and the Book of Mormon?
I most assuredly do.
I've never heard the whole story about you and the other 2 men seeing the golden plates, and rumor seldom comes close to the truth. Do you have time, David, to tell me about it?
Well, if you have time to listen. It's a strange story, but I testify that it's the truth. It was the year 1829. I was a young man when I met the prophet Joseph. I first learned of him through another of the 3 witnesses, Oliver Cowdery, who later became my brother-in-law.
Give them some water.
Oliver had come to know the Smiths while boarding with them as a school teacher. And when he met Joseph, Oliver became devoted to him. So did I. Joseph was a man that was unusual. You knew that right off.
I hope now we can publish the book soon. It contains the fullness of the gospel of Jesus Christ, something the world is almost lost.
However long the book takes, you're welcome to stay at our home until it's done.
Thank you, David. I knew you would come when Oliver sent for you.
With all the persecution here in Pennsylvania, it's been impossible for Joseph to complete the translation of the plates.
And you found these plates buried in a hillside?
I didn't really find them. I was directed there by the angel Moroni, who was a prophet on this continent over 1,000 years ago. His father, Mormon, compiled and condensed the record.
Can I see the plates?
The Lord has made known to me that he will call special witnesses. To these men he will show the plates